Yes.
That's what I heard about that.
And there was also some guy who shot up a theater. Dude, this guy just visited you. Oh, Barnes must have a new letter. That's probably why.
Yeah. But also about the one, those load of people watching the Batman film, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was the Batman movie. And then there was a guy who wanted to assassinate a congresswoman and, just kind of shot indiscriminately. Didn't even manage to kill her, but killed several other people.
I don't think I've heard about that one.
That was a couple years back.
That's fucking mine.
And now there are people in this country saying, "Hey, I know how to fix this. We just give everybody guns."
That just makes it worse.
Well, yeah. What they're saying is, well, there was one guy who said the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And I'm thinking, if you want every little argument to turn into a potential murder, then yeah.
Whoever thought that is stupid? No one would describe that.
Well, in my opinion, it all stems from a misinterpretation or most of it stems from a misinterpretation of the Second Amendment to our Constitution. Uh-oh. That's never good. You can't do that.
That's my bridge! No! You're the black! Tony face!
Okay, so why don't those guys just fall straight into the chasm? That's what I don't get. If the portal was right on top of the bridge and sucked it in, and those guys would drop right through the portal, how did they land on the bridge? I mean, this is, I feel like video game logic doesn't even cut it as an excuse this time. Is it possible to run away from these guys, or do you have to kill them? Is there something that will stop you from going? No, I mean it's a good idea to fight them for something later, but especially if you remember not to leave only one standing.
I think I need more together this time.
Yes.
Here we go.
That's the spot where I die the most often in this game is like the first or second fight against those guys when you're a wolf and you only have 3 hearts.
I think I died once or twice.
And what's even worse is that Midna won't help you out the first time. You have to kill all but one and let that one revive the others before she'll help you out.
I guess it's a starting game. How am I meant to know that's Midna?
Well, that's maybe, yeah, I mean, they do it. Ooh, Epona apparently does not like that.
No.
I wouldn't like it either.
What's in my way, monsters? And time to go here.
So Midna is effectively disclaiming all responsibility for his survival. That's what it sounded like anyway. But we know she really cares, at least a little. Because, she needs him.
Yeah. Let's go there again.
Yoink!
Adapt out and agreed to go in with us. Here we go. Yoinky yoinky. I'm going to be a wolfie again. Yay! I really like looking up pictures of with Abby from her park.
Some of those were so cute.
You know, it's like, I don't know, but I think I've got a couple of them. My favourites of the avatars. Oh well, I can't even find it again. That's actually Twilight Keys.
Not that Link has a shortage of love interests when he's in human form.
It's just fun to kill them when he's in wolf form.
What?
It's just fun to kill them when he's in wolf form. Because he like grabs him, shakes, and throws him away.
Oh, yeah, maybe you didn't hear what I said.
I did, but now it's just completely gone out of my mind. You did say something about him before, but I can't remember what you said.
I said we were talking about the pictures of Link and Amaterasu, and I said not that Link has any shortage of love interests when he's in human form.
Oh, yeah, so I put this, that's what I said about King Keys. Yeah, he just had a few days in his human form. So not even healthy themselves.
What I don't get is why he can't remember more than one sense.
I know.
Not that you really need to, but it just seems strange that a canine animal would not be able to remember multiple scents.
That's essentially how they conceived it, by picking up different scents, I think.
That's one way. I mean, wolves typically will hunt in a pack. They'll look for the sickest or most injured member of the pack and go after that one. Because, of course, that will be the easiest one to take down.
As they say, survival of the fittest.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons. I don't know. This. What I was saying is that the trail seems kind of redundant to me because, at least for parts of it, it's like, oh, look, the trail happens to be going the only way that you can go at this point. Imagine that.
It's such a shock. I would have never guessed it was going to do that.
Yeah, I don't know how much about. I don't know that much about this particular subject, but I mean, obviously there are bloodhounds, and they will track by scent, and probably other canines do that too.
Yeah. It's surprising when I found out you have to use chihuahuas to do that.
They use what?
They use chihuahuas.
I don't know that word.
And they're dogs people put in little handbags.
Oh.
And then when
Oh, chihuahuas. Okay.
Yeah. Then when they actually explained it to get into very small places, well, that'd be logical using the smallest breed of dog you can get to get into the little bitty spaces.
Chihuahua, I think they're named after a province in Mexico. Oh, look, you made it into Castletown.
Yes. And everyone's spirits. People swimming around.
I see dead people. They don't know that they're dead.
Oh my god, you spoke at the end of the film.
No, I didn't. He says that long before the end.
Well, it's been a long time since I've seen that film, so I can't actually remember whereabouts he said it.
Oh, by the way, the kid, you know who he voices? Sora.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that. Well, I didn't, his name, but I didn't realise it's the same guy who was in that film.
Oh, look at people conveniently leaving doors open for you.
Yep.
Yeah, Haley Joel Osment is his name.
I just didn't realize it was the same kid from the film.
The Sixth Sense we're talking about, right?
Yes. That's what I changed the film just in case he wasn't it.
He doesn't look in good shape.
No, he doesn't. And it's what's the name? Big name. Can't remember her name now.
Aretha Boobs. That's what Nintendo Capri Sun calls her.
Her name's Talma.
Talma, yes.
Yeah. Remembered.
There's a movie that came out in the 90s called Thelma and Louise, so her name and her cat's name are a reference to that.
I don't think I've seen that film.
Neither have I, but it's a pretty well-known film around here.
Ah. Probably not a small movie on this side of the pond.
And any people in wolf form who might happen to be listening to me right now, you study it and know it well too.
Well, what are you doing? I can't look at it beforehand, but let's continue. I think we're slightly dip around here because I think we can go one way, but I end up not going that way for some reason.
Each of these segments, when you're in Twilight, gets more complicated than the one before. So this one is the most complicated.
Yes.
You have to run all over the place. Just to get to the light spirit.
Indeed I do.
I mean, let alone actually, fixing things.
No, can't go out that way. Damn.
Oh, the Versus channel just finished their Ocarina of Time thing yesterday. It was an exciting last episode. It came down to a matter of, 15 seconds or so.
I've seen that in the description, the suggestion thing, but I've never actually watched it in videos.
Yeah, usually what they do is they just race the whole thing as one race, but in different parts, but like wherever each player leaves off in one video, they'll start there in the next. But they did this one a bit differently. They did 17 different parts of the game, most of them dungeons, but some of them mini games or collections of mini games or side quests, and each one, whoever won would get a point. So whoever got to 9 first would be the winner. They were tied after 16.
I'll check it out after this.
What?
I start to check it out after this.
Yeah, I'd suggest watching it from the beginning because it's all really funny.
And I'm watching Let's Plays. So I'm just finished watching someone do a Let's Play of this. That's a good game. I've finished it myself.
Although I warn you, if you watch those videos, you probably want to have your doors closed because of 1, bad language, and 2, large amount of screaming.
That's alright. So actually I was wearing my headphones.
Oh, right.
So I'll probably have to keep on moving my headphones away from my ears every so often. Going, ow! You bleed! Okay, continue.
That amphitheater area, I've always found that interesting. I wish they did a little more with that. Like, I wish there were, some hidden passage there or something like that. Or just something to do.
Yeah, it just seems like because I put that area just pretty away. Like,
Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I just kind of wish there was something else.
Maybe it looks like